Welcome into the Sporting News studio. I'm Stephen Levine, sitting alongside Sporting News baseball editor Chris Barr. And Chris, Toronto Blue Jays shortstop Yunel Escobar took to the field the other day with a message scribbled across his eye black strips. Now, forgive my Spanish, but it said, "Tu eres maricón," which I understand translates into a homophobic slur. Both Major League Baseball and the Blue Jays have condemned his actions. But what do you do? What is their next step? If you're the Blue Jays or Major League Baseball, what do you do?
You got to suspend him. I mean, you've got to first come out and you've got to apologize. You've got to take responsibility for it. You know, you can't say this was a prank, this was a joke. I mean, this is pretty serious what we're talking about here in this day and age. And this is something it's cute to put Bible verses on there. It's cute to put like "Love you, Mom" or whatever. That's fine. But to put something like this on there is inexcusable, and it's something that, baseball's got to say, we're not going to stand for this. If it's a 3-game suspension, if it's a 5-game suspension, it's got to be something along those lines, because you've got to stop this before it starts.
Obviously, it was poor judgment on his part, but what I can't help but notice when I look at the Blue Jays roster is quite a few veterans on that team who are Spanish speakers, including a coach. Does part of the blame lie with the organization for somebody not stepping in and saying, hey, wait a minute, you might want to think twice before you take the field?
Well, I don't know, because, it's something that, I think it was first noticed by a fan who was sitting by the dugout, so it's not like anybody's going to go up and look right in his eyes before the game and notice it. They probably never notice what it says, so it's something that, you can't blame this on anybody but that guy, unless it was a prank, and then that's a bigger issue. But you can't blame this at this point on anybody but Yunel Escobar. And, he's got a bit of a reputation over the years of being, surly, kind of a bad teammate. This is something completely different. But it's something that's going to follow him now. It's something, the Braves gave up on this guy when he was 27 years old in his prime. So that kind of tells you something, they didn't want him around. So this is, if this is actually something he did, it's something they've got to really, be critical of and take a harsh stance on. You can't let this happen.
All right. For Chris Barr, I'm Stephen Levine. Thanks a lot for watching.